Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Stories of Yanko back here with another video. And yes, I have finally reached that point where I have to make the video. Yes, the MJ versus LeBron quote unquote GOAT debate video. And let me give you a little background on myself. I used to be a huge LeBron fan growing up. And I used to love everything about LeBron as most young men did when you're growing up. Unless you had a parent that just loved MJ, you would end up loving MJ. But, LeBron was who I watched growing up. I saw him on the Heatles in Cleveland, all that stuff. And, it made me a Heat fan for a while before I got older and loved the Brooklyn Nets when D'Lo got traded there from the Lakers. But that's my history with LeBron. Very brief, but I loved everything about LeBron, even when he went back to Cleveland. I was rooting for the Cavaliers to win, but I started to notice things as I got older with the media. The media really exposed what I really saw in LeBron James. Not that he's not a good player, not that he's not a good person, but there's certain machinations and things that he controls. And, you got different spectrums that people lay on, like, oh, you either call him LeBum or says that he's taking certain, things that you stick in your booty to enhance your play, or you're sitting on the other side where you're just glazing him and he's the GOAT and, MJ is a fraud and he played against plumbers and all that stuff. Dude, I sit in the middle, man. I'm very impartial when it comes to players, even my own favorite players. I called out Mikal Bridges during the FIBA World Cup for not being assertive and playing behind players who weren't better than him. But listen, when it comes to this GOAT debate, the GOAT debate has been over. It has been over for years. The moment that LeBron lost to the San Antonio Spurs in the finals, the first time, the GOAT debate was over because you cannot beat 6-0. I know people want to try to revitalize history and try to make it seem like Jordan was on a super team. Dude, Steve Kerr and Dennis Rodman, they were cast-offs, bro. By the time that they made it there, they were cast-offs. Jordan literally got suspended. He got suspended, but quote-unquote retired and came back and three-peated again. LeBron has never three-peated. Jordan did it twice. Jordan has more scoring titles. Jordan did more in less time. Like, do y'all not understand that? Is that not impressive? People over here giving LeBron, because he's the all-time leading scorer, longevity. Do you not think Michael Jordan would have been the all-time leading scorer if he played as long as LeBron James did and actually was going for that? Do you not think Karl Malone would be the all-time leading scorer? Like, come on, bro. Like, think about it, man. Like, it's not about longevity, and we keep harping on this longevity. The medicine is better. The trainers are better. There's certain, vitamins, quote-unquote vitamins, that these players are taking nowadays are better than the players of old. It's not to say that they didn't do it back then, but let's be real. If we're talking about the athletes of today are much faster, much stronger, which I do believe. Contrary to old heads' belief, yes, they are faster, stronger, and better. But that doesn't mean that they're not getting assistance. That doesn't mean that their overall legacy of the old generation is just completely diminished. People keep talking about LeBron James' longevity. That's cool. But LeBron doesn't have to be the GOAT. I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm not a LeBron dick rider. But LeBron does not have to be the GOAT in order to be an all-time great. He does not have to be the GOAT to be top 5, to be top 3. He does not have to be the GOAT. And I don't know why I keep forcing this narrative that he is the GOAT or he's about to become the GOAT every season. Because Hoops Reference actually inspired this video. Because I got tired of seeing it. I'm like, dude, I got to make a video, all right? Because every single season there's a narrative about LeBron that's going to automatically make him the GOAT, right? Whether if it was getting Russell Westbrook a ring, that didn't happen. They missed the playoffs, right? Whether if it was taking a 7th seed to the NBA Finals, it didn't happen. They got swept in the conference finals. You feel me? Oh, all-time leading scorer, right? Didn't the nigga lose that game? Right? Like, you feel me? You would think that the same thing that can enhance LeBron's legacy by these media heads would be the same thing that can dock him, right? If he does not accomplish that goal, how could a thing that would enhance him to be the quote unquote GOAT not dock him from ever becoming the GOAT? That's 3 L's back to back. So how can he ever become the GOAT? How? Like, a lot of people don't want to understand that. Dude, how can you be the GOAT if everything that they said that would make you the GOAT, you didn't accomplish? He is 4-6 in the finals. Like, what? Jordan is 6-0 and never went to a game 7. Oh, Jordan played against plumbers. Dude, you can't control who you play against, and Jordan did not. Jordan played against, what, the most 50-win teams? Like, dude, come on, man. Let's stop this. Let's stop this, man. The GOAT debate been over with. And if it wasn't over with when he lost to the Spurs, it was damn sure over with when he lost to the Mavericks. Like, dude, why is everybody trying to act like LeBron James somehow is what? Like, LeBron is like, has a positive record in the finals. He doesn't. Now all of a sudden people have this term winning bias. Nobody mentioned winning bias until it came to their favorite players that were not positive, such as a Damian Lillard, such as a Russell Westbrook, such as a LeBron James. Nobody cared about, winning bias. It was always who won. People only started to scrutinize winning when it started to affect their agendas for the players that they liked. Jordan was an overall better player. It just is what it is, man. He's the greatest player of all time. Like, I don't know why people keep fighting this. It's okay. I feel like certain players that are playing in the NBA right now still have GOAT potential. And LeBron is not one of those players. It doesn't matter if LeBron wins 2 more rings. All you're doing is just breaking even. That's it. 6-6. That's all you're doing is breaking even. It still does not beat 6-0. People never cared about somebody making it to the NBA Finals until LeBron James. Nobody said, Jerry West went here such times. Nobody said that. It wasn't until it started to affect LeBron James' legacy in comparison to Michael Jordan that people started to talk about how many trips he made it to the finals. How good has LeBron been in the Western Conference since he's been there? Year 1, he missed the playoffs, right? Year 2, he had to trade those young players to get Anthony Davis. 4-month break, they won a bubble ring. Cool, fine. Next year, they lose in the first round. Right? Year after that, they don't make the playoffs. Right? Year after that, they almost missed the playoffs, but the NBA stepped in and helped them get an absurd amount of free throws. And then they get swept in the conference finals. Dude, if LeBron was in the Western Conference, right? People want to knock Jordan for who he played. Bro, if LeBron was in the Western Conference with a Houston Rockets team led by James Harden, with a Kobe Bryant Lakers team, with the Spurs, with Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard would have came in later, but same thing, right? If he was in that Western Conference, we would be looking at LeBron James' legacy completely different. He might have gotten 1. He might have gotten none. And I'm not a LeBron James hater. I'm just so tired of this debate that is not a debate, bro. People could talk about Skip Bayless all day about him being a troll. But if it wasn't for Skip Bayless, bro, they would have already crowned LeBron James the quote-unquote GOAT overall. It wouldn't have mattered what the old heads thought. It wouldn't have mattered what the young heads thought if they did think Michael Jordan was the GOAT, because the vast majority of people in the media are Clutch Sports affiliates to some degree, on payroll, not on payroll, fanboys, once again, on payroll. But that's the thing. So Skip Bayless, if it wasn't for Skip Bayless, dude, can you imagine the type of glazing LeBron would get? And he already is the most protected and glazed athlete probably of all time. And look, I think LeBron James is an all-time great. But he does not have to be the GOAT. He does not have to be the GOAT. There's nothing wrong with not being the GOAT. To say that LeBron James did not live up to the hype. You are being disingenuous. He completely lived up to the hype. He was the chosen one, right? And he lived up to the hype. He's going to year 21. Still putting up great numbers. Still dominating. And that's an amazing thing. You could say he's the second best player of all time. You could say he's the third, but he's not the best player of all time. And you guys are giving him longevity stats, dude. Why does longevity matter when a person that you're compared to accomplished more in less time? We got to go based on who was more efficient and proficient at what they did. We can't just go based on, okay, this person's been in the league long enough and he still accomplished less. He still accomplished less than Jordan while being in the league way longer than Jordan. What? But that's the GOAT? If you grew up watching LeBron like I did, you would have thought he was the GOAT too. But when you get into proper context that this is what Michael Jordan did, this is the teams that Michael Jordan didn't just hop from team to team and was able to trade this player, that player, and create his own teams. The nigga had to deal with Jerry Krause. And Jerry Krause did not give a fuck what Michael Jordan wanted. So it's like, you know, it's just one of those things where you have to use your cognitive functions and just understand, dude, the numbers don't lie. The scoring titles don't lie. 6-0 don't lie. No game sevens. You feel me? Michael Jordan was taking that shot. Yes, of course. There was, you know, like, we're not going to talk about every single play, but no one can question that Michael Jordan was the one who took over games within all his finals MVPs, right? The two people you could say, oh, save LeBron James' legacy, right? It's Kyrie Irving and Ray Allen. Nobody can say, oh, this person saved Jordan's legacy with this shot. Michael Jordan was a dog, bro. And so is LeBron James, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay for him not to be the GOAT. I'm tired of these narratives going to every goddamn season. And look, I am so tired of watching Lakers games with the audio on, because every single time the Lakers, it could be the first quarter, every single time somebody lays the ball up or, you know, gets still. Oh my God. Oh, like, you feel me? That's why I'm ready for LeBron James to retire, because the glazing is tiresome. It's annoying. But it's like, dude, LeBron James is an all-time great player. You can't take that away from him at all. You can't take it away from him. So all the people that said, oh, LeBron isn't top 10, LeBron isn't top 5, you're being disingenuous. Talking about LeBron, LaFraud, this and all that. I don't think LeBron is a fraud at all. Do I think he embellishes injuries? Yes. Do I think that he creates narratives? Yes. But is he an all-time great? Yes. And you guys cannot take that away from him. Do I think LeBron could have played in Jordan's era? Yes. Do I think he would have been dominant? Yes. You feel me? I'm completely impartial. Do I think Jordan can play today? Yes. Like, dude, these are two great players. Stop putting them against each other, because one is clearly better than the other. And if you want to give somebody a longevity stat, cool, whatever. But they can't be better than the nigga that accomplished it in less time. Like, we're not, that doesn't even make sense. But listen, man, that's all I got to say. I'm tired of these narratives. Like, every single time I see it, it just annoys me, especially from Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp knows who Michael Jordan is. He knows that he's the GOAT. All these guys know that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. They know he's the greatest basketball player of all time. It's just they're trolls. They're on payroll, and it is what it is, man. We got to deal with it until LeBron James retires. And hell, we might not even be done with it then. You feel me? When it's all said and done, if LeBron still retires 4-6, he's 4-6, and Jordan retired 6-0. So yeah, peace.